What's going on, everybody? James here, RedemptionAgency.com. 21 years selling on eBay. This case is now closed. We reviewed this case and have closed it without any refund to the buyer. The case will not affect your performance. Somebody wanted to return shoes and he never shipped them. Then he pushed the case to eBay. Like, you gotta ship the shoes before you can get a refund. So, yeah, eBay's still totally jacked up. Like at 11 o'clock, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items sell in the 11 o'clock hour. Nothing in the 12 o'clock hour. 3 in the 1 o'clock hour. 5 in the 1 o'clock hour. 2 in the 2 o'clock hour. We are at 3:05 right now. But got more info that offers. A buyer stated that they're trying to send offer, but it just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. So there's just another confirmation on there is some kind of offer issue going on. I think we're on day 5 now of that. So that is a known issue. Well, I don't know if eBay knows about it, but they should by now, 5 days in. So we're at $324.68 at 3:05. So on track to maybe do like a $600 day if I'm lucky, which is low. I was getting system errors again trying to list today. When I did list, I would get system errors, system failure, server failure. Cannot list this item at this time. Try again later. So all the normal issues. And I've been going back and forth all day with eBay for Business on Facebook. And I know they're just reps and they have to say a common thing. I'm just trying to get a little bit more. I did get the feeling when I was asking about the server change out, they basically was saying that they can't talk about the servers. So, yeah. So I think we're just stuck with what we're presented. So how long is it forever? I don't know. It's hard to say. So I don't know. But anyway it goes, just got to figure out the positive, find a positive way of dealing with it somehow, some way. Let me see what my separation numbers are. Oh yeah, my organic, 3 organic. So I'm on track to do like 5 organic sales for the day. 48,000 items, 3 organic sold, 16 promoted sold, only 19 items. So that's under 40, going to average under 40 items again. When's the last time I was under 40? I was in the 40s several times this month. The days they were working right, I had 69, 71, 32 on March 27th. So that was a pretty ugly day. What day was that? So I know Wednesdays are sometimes a little bit slower, but that wasn't Wednesday. That was a Monday. So I don't know, but it's 3 o'clock. I'm going to do some quick pulling. Adrian gets off at 5, I think, and I don't think he's reffing hockey till late tonight. So he's probably going to come home and ship, but I am going to make sure I get out for my bike ride so I can start dropping these extra pounds that you've been seeing on camera. So make sure I'm going to ride my bike every day of the week at least, and then maybe on some Sundays go for a hike. So, and been eating like nuts and popcorn for my snacks instead of like chips and chocolate. So changing it up, and going to drop this weight. So, and I'm definitely been eating less portion for quite a while now. So shouldn't be too difficult. So I have no problems like gaining a little extra weight because I know I have several different routines that work for me to get it off. So being that the main one that you always got to start with, at least I do, is making sure that I put myself first. From 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, that's James time, and nothing else matters except James during those hours, and exercising, getting myself better, and not feeling guilty about it. Because especially on days like this, when sales are so bad, I feel guilty for doing something for myself when I'm like, I should be listing. And then I make myself feel guilty. So I've got to stop that. So those are the two biggest things that I have to do, because losing weight is more mental. You have a mental block that you have to get through before you can dedicate yourself to doing something like that, because it's not easy. It's not easy to make sure but see, the good thing about it is I do things I love. Like, I love bike riding. I love 20-inch BMX bike riding. So that's the way I do it. When I was able to jog, that was the first time I ever started running and jogging in my life. And this has been 10 years now. No, not 10 years, because my surgery was in 2012. So my dad was living when I was doing the jogging. He was here. And that started in 16. So I think I was jogging about 2015 is when I started jogging, even though I wasn't supposed to because of my back surgery. I did get up to 6 miles per hour doing that. And I was doing 5 miles an hour power walking. But then my back started acting up again, and I had to start going to chiropractor. Doctor said, stop running, stop it. That's what's causing it. Because the surgery is only supposed to last 5 or 6 years, and we're on year 11 now. So I kind of just baby it. So I'm going to try at least power walking this summer too on some nights. And I do that after dark. There's something about when the sun goes down and just power walking through the neighborhood. I enjoy that. And I love bike riding in the sun on my 20-inch bike, my kid's bike. And I love hiking. So if you can find the thing that you love to do to keep yourself sweating, that is the best thing. So, if you have to have sex with somebody 16 times a day in order to get up that sweat and lose that weight, then you do it. Find the people to do it. Pay a prostitute and do it. Instead of paying a gym, pay a prostitute. I'm joking here. Do not do that, because I don't want to be sued for any gonorrhea you may catch or what have you. So, but you gotta find something you love, or it's very hard to stick to it. So I'm going to be doing this with one hand again. Can I see what's there? Oh, I think I see it. Can I get it though? Yes. So we're going to try this with one hand here. All right. I got this. Jan got this over at the bins. I've been saying that a lot lately. See, stuff she gets. She got slammed for by a few people, but stuff she gets moves. She found this Eddie Bauer bag, filled it up with hats. Because I told her, make sure if you're filling bags with hats at the bins, find hats that you think, or bags that you think I could sell. So she found this Eddie Bauer bag, filled it with hats, and it sold for $45. So biggity bam. So she usually spends about $100 to $130 at the bins. So $45 for one item she found. So gotta love that. Yeah, so let me see if I'm trying to keep it, I'm trying to keep it, I hope they're not taking it wrong with the eBay people that I'm responding back, because they keep responding back with just the common across the board answer, Well, sales are not absolute. The last one was sales and impressions are not variable, and there will be high times and lower times. And I'm like, well, like I stated, I've been doing this 21 years and understand what is happening. If you see the tech boards, Facebook, YouTube, I'm not the only one noticing these issues. We all would just like answers as to when all the system errors and server failures are going to end. I am getting them again today, which I have. It's just nonstop. I understand this has nothing to do with you. It's just frustrating not having answers. Thank you for your time. So I am, what does they say? It's easier to get honey with bees. I don't know the statement, but I'm trying to be nicer, you know, instead of making the mean videos about what is wrong, obviously. It's unmotivating to us. So trying to find ways around it and trying nicely to get answers without like shaking the tree. Just gently waving at the tree. Hi, how are you? Can I have some answers, please? Hi. So, I had to make a comment about the Bud Light. I thought it was funny. I tried to make a joke out of it. Everybody always takes everything so seriously. I don't drink, so I really don't. I wouldn't care either way anyway. If Coke Free or Coke Zero did it, I'd still drink Coke Zero. I don't care. Business is business, and you market it to whatever. I mean, you do it. I don't know. But my comment was, if you didn't read it, I think Bud Light is the first reality check for us Gen Xers. I believe it shows how companies start promoting for the next generation, knowing the cost of business may drop at first in the direction of said marketing plan. If said marketing plan does not follow in line to some degree, not necessarily a phobic. I know people were complaining that why can't they put a real woman who's done a lot, and same thing with Nike. A woman who was born a woman, I won't say a real woman, but a woman who was born a woman instead of a trans person. And I personally don't care either way. People are people. That's why I had to put it in some degree, because a lot of people, I don't think Gen Xers especially are not phobic in any way. I mean, we grew up, but anyway, let me finish this before I go on. With what past generations think. I'm not mad about what they did. I'm mad that they showed me I'm in the old generation now. So, but, just trying to make it, trying to loosen people up. Like, come on now. But, now where was my point before that? I forgot. But anyway. Oh, people, ooh, some Yoshi dunks for Mario. Those look cool. But, like you, and I guess that is kind of true. Like with brands, and you notice like when they change their marketing schemes and what have you to show the next up and coming thing, or the next big thing, or the next fad, or the next situations, things that have to do with the next generation, if you will, and how different companies will change and directions with their ads and how they go. If you really pay close attention, like I pay attention to details on a lot of different things that I love, and marketing is one of those things. Like I love seeing how brands push their stuff and how they change, and like, you know, how Gecko was from what I remember, I think it was Gecko was the first hilarious insurance ad company. And then you saw other, I don't know if they were all run by the same ad company or not, but then you would see other insurance companies trying to do comedy insurance videos. And then Flo came around, and, you know, Farmers came around with the guy. And then, of course, the best one is the guy who acts like the problem. The latest one I remember seeing was, he was on the exercise bike. I'm a newbie, just learning to exercise. And then he goes through the window. That to me is the top of the pinnacle right now when it comes to funny insurance commercials. But I love paying attention to details when it comes to stuff I love. And that's one of them, is watching the evolution of things. So let's go over here to T80 for the next hat, if you will. Was that where I was going with that comment? I don't think I was. I don't remember. Anyway. Oh, I was going to say, I think trans or Generation X are the least phobic generation as opposed to the older generations, because we saw things as they were coming into play, whether it was gayness and stuff like that. In the 80s and that, it still was kind of hidden, not still in the closet, if you will, for the most part. But we had people like Freddie Mercury that we saw. But more importantly, we had somebody like Rob Halford from Judas Priest, right? Still one of the biggest heavy metal bands in the world, where you think, oh, metal, manly metal. And the lead singer is gay. And we all knew that and was all acceptance of that, right? So I think Gen X is the least phobic generation, or at least the first big phobic. Like boomers are probably, more, things change, generations change. You can see the change in each generation. So I think the 80s was a big, we accepted Boy George and, Cyndi Lauper and the way she, presented herself. All that stuff was acceptable in the 80s. And I think that was a big, all those situations getting familiarized, I guess you could say. And I could sure the baby boomers, when they saw Boy George or Cyndi Lauper, are like, what the hell? I know my parents did. What the hell is that? Things like that. So with each generation, as things progress and change and come out of the closets or come from the undergrounds or whatever, changes that come with society. And now you see, with so many people upset about the Bud Light thing, that the Generation X seems to be falling into that next category of seeing things like that. So I find it kind of, I guess not entertaining, but interesting to watch the way people are reacting. And like I said, it seems like, from what I understand, what I'm grabbing from what I am viewing, it's not phobic related. It's more like, it's more presented as chance related, like, where, like with the, what's his name, who swam with the women and won and stuff, like degrading of women and women's rights. And I can't argue with something like that, but, where it might be hindering humans that were born women. Let me put it that way. Women that were born women. Humans that were born women. Rascals hat sold for $10.50. So, hey, I'm accepted of everybody. I'm the type, like I said before in the past, I'm the type of person that if I see ants on the ground and I step over, I usually look down when I'm walking so I don't step on a bug. When I'm riding my bike on the path, there's always bugs crossing. I am weaving past, I don't even hurt bugs and ants. I catch flies and let them out. That's just my nature. I haven't got past the part of eating cows yet, or eating chickens yet. So I'm not perfect, but I've never claimed to be. Because I'm sorry, Popeyes is damn good. I'm sorry, it just is. S27. Like I'm just, and don't please, if you're watching this, well, you shouldn't talk about this. I'm trying to make light of it because people take things way too seriously, and sure, there's a time and place to be serious. There's situations to be serious about, but you know what? Leave that for the people who want to be serious. I didn't grow up in life wanting to be serious. My job is not to be serious. My job is to make light of things, show different angles, views, perceptions that are not so negative, or, not so serious, or help people enjoy the day. There's enough BS out there that brings people down. I just want to be the person that gives different perspectives, make laugh, make light of things, whatever the case may be. So take it as that. That's what it's trying to be. Whether I attempted or failed or not, or excelled or not, that's your call, I guess. Some colorful Asics women's shoes sold for $12. So I used to get told a lot growing up, like, you make a joke out of everything? Can't you take anything seriously? I try not to, because most stuff, at the end of the day, it's just somebody who's unhappy that starts the whole complaining, and it just snowballs from there. Because everybody gets caught in a situation where they're complaining about things. I mean, look at me with the eBay thing, complaining. And when you get caught in it, it drags you down. So you need somebody to come and smack you in the face and say, wake up. Go a different route. Go a more positive route. Try, So that's what I'm just trying to be more as a whole. Get back to my old self back in the day. So that's what all my statements I just made are about. Just kind of the people who want to lighten up can. That's the goal. Can't make people do something they don't want to do. So I'm just here to, and that's the beauty about humor, nothing's off the table when it comes to jokes. And that's another thing I think like the next generations need to understand is you can't attack jokes. Jokes are off the table. What makes jokes funny is knowing that it's wrong. When you hear a joke that's extremely funny, you're like, oh, that is wrong. But you laugh because you know it's wrong. That's what makes it funny. It's about a different perspective, even if it's not serious. That's comedy. Once comedy dies, I think we're nothing but robots. I think comedy is the last thing that makes us human. Laughter. Sure, there's sadness when somebody dies and whatever. But that eventually, I don't cry over my mom's death anymore, right? And I can talk about my dad without tearing up now. So that all kind of goes away. Laughter, jokes, funny, never dies. It's always going to be a constant. A Viking Enterprise hat sold for $10.50. So never lose that. Because once you lose that, you're just a robot. You're just a pawn in a media-filled, controlled environment. So, more or less. All right, that's all over here on that one. So, I'm trying to do this with one hand and an armpit, so forgive me. All right. Oh, yep. Here it is. We are here to advocate for you. Okay. If you ever have an issue we can reproduce, we are happy to present it to the technical team. We are here to advocate for you. Please take a moment to sign in. We're looking forward to your feedback. So at least they didn't take it seriously, or take it where they felt I was attacking them or anything. But like I've said before, the reps, it's not their fault. They want to keep their jobs, so they're told to do a certain, to handle things a certain way. So you can't fault them for it. And you do get to the point where you don't want to get too loud. At least because of that whole lawsuit where they got sued for going after people. You don't want to wind up one day and see that your account's suspended for something that was pulled out of thin air, right? So I kind of was I'm sorry, ever since I started riding, my sinuses are just trash. So I don't want to push too hard to where that might happen, because I love what I do. So, where's the shoe? There it is. Man, it just started draining all of a sudden. I guess all this talking's making my sinuses drain. I took the medicine. I guess it's 3 hours since I took some medicine. So it's not the meds. All right, we've got some Jordan Team Flows. All right, James, you're going to have to stop if you want to continue this video. I took an offer for $9.50 on those. They've been in the store for quite a while. And if you haven't noticed, I need the money because I've got no sales. Even though 3 more items just sold. That's good. See, that's how I have like hours with nothing. 2 hours of the day with nothing, right? 2 hours. 12 o'clock. Yeah, kind of 2 o'clock. And then boom, 3 within 3 minutes. And one of them's back over here. So we'll jump back over here and grab these shorts. Nike basketball gym shorts. In Z6. There we go. Some navy blue and white Nike gym shorts sold for $20. So that's good. That's how I kind of, I just ate some popcorn. It's not agreeing with me. Come back up. When I have slow days like this, that's how I kind of count my money. I'm like, $20. Okay, I got 2 offers. Okay, that adds up to $20. So I do it like in $20 increments. Even though offers have been not too steady today, as opposed to every other day. All right, shelf 47, another item that just sold. Don McLean Greatest Hits Record Club version. Right here, sold for $5. $5 make you holler, 'cause I'm a cheap whore. I'm a cheap whore. $5 make you holler, 'cause I'm a cheap whore. I'm a cheap whore. All right, Cube 20. We're gonna get a little dark here. And by dark, I mean darkness, not necessarily topic-wise. Oh, it's night. There it is again. I got some major drainage. Maybe I shouldn't go out on my bike today. No, James, you're going to go. Even if you're miserable, you're going to go. Okay. I just broke another nail. I'm telling you, every day, at least one nail gets broke. I just jammed it into one of these metal things and it split it right in the middle. I don't really have nothing dark to put that up against, so it might be hard to see. Just smashed the hell out of it. All right, next up, we got the Cardinal Skyline shirt. The hat usually does pretty well too, but one-handed's not easy. That sold for $14. You know what? One thing that's not easy to do with one hand or one arm. Like I've been a person all my life where I try to, what's the word, ambidextrous or something. I am not free to use both hands, but I always kind of train myself to do things with both hands, whether that's writing, brushing my teeth, whatever the case may be. Because I always had this thought that if I somehow lose my right hand or my right leg, being those are my dominant, that I would have to switch anyway. So I always kind of like train myself to do it. The one thing that's the hardest to do is to get your underwear straight after you pull them up. Doing that with one hand is one of the hardest things to do. There it is. I just thought it was over here. All right, we got an Art of Moving Prayer Divine DVD sold for $6. Art of Moving. This nail keeps hitting everything now. It's bothering me. Okay. I have to pull this out. The Art of Divine. I should just stop this and splice it together, but I don't feel like splicing because then my phone's going to be tied up for an hour and I want to go bike riding. And I use my phone for the Art of Moving Prayer, for my music. And normally for my map my ride, but since I'm just starting this out for the summer. Where the heck are you? I don't, is there 2 levels here, DVDs? Probably. I don't necessarily care about how fast I go or how far. It's just doing what I can until I get my legs back into riding shape. And my breathing, that's the hardest part, especially now this time of year. For me with leaves and blooming and stuff. I got 2 layers here I need to go under. Stay, don't fall. Okay, this thing. You know what? I'm making a video. I'll let him get this one. If he gets one, it ain't gonna hurt him because I can't do this with one hand. There's so many DVDs in that crate. A26. But it was a DVD that sold for $6. Bryan Adams, A26. Yeah, I'm not the one either who's gonna allow excuses to stop me from doing something I need to do. Like maybe I shouldn't ride today because my sinuses are totally jacked out. Nope. If I'm not in bed, then get it done. Plus, I feel a hell of a lot better after I do it because I love doing it too. Physically, I feel better, and mentally. So we got Bryan Adams promo CD single, sold for $8. So no excuses, especially when it's something you love. Cube 15, going back over here. Some Under Armour fitted women's pants. Cube 15. I can't see nothing. It's too dark. Remind me never to do this with the one hand again. Because it's not good. Alright, these are, I think I had a Nike pair and an Under Armour pair I put up at the same time. Let me try to see if I can see a tag on this somewhere. I'm not. Alright, this is becoming a little too big of a hassle. Well, I hope you like this video because this is a pain in the butt and I'm never doing it again. That's the Nike pair. And now I hear Vern whining upstairs. My nail keeps snagging on everything. Stop it, nail. Alright, I found the second pair. I might have put 3 up that day. Yep, Power Hold. So I don't know who that is. And then here's the third pair. Get back in there. Under Armour. Oh, that took long enough. This is what it would look like if I only had one arm and I had to pull. You get the front page view. So some Under Armour athletic leggings sold for $20. B80 Beach Boys. Well, this would really stink. I would have to reorganize my whole system if I only had one arm. Because this is not good. But see, doing something simple and as insignificant as this could give me new ideas. So that's why I love trying new things, doing things differently. Because you never know what could come out of it. Beach Boys. Just 3 of a box set. Sold for $3. Took an offer on that. Tub 80, unknown golf trophy logo hat. Somebody sent me an offer for that for $5. I responded for $5.99, but it sold for $10.49 now. Now, is it the same person? I'll have to check to see if they sent an email, because if it's the same person and they did accept that offer and they went to pay and they had to pay full price, I know that's been a problem on eBay lately. So, dogs are being active up there. Tub 80. We're looking for unknown trophy hat. But it's on the Ahead brand, which is usually golf related, so I put unknown golf trophy. And that sold for $10.50. All right, we've got, it's over there, I forgot that. 45 record that sold for $5. And Right Said Fred single is going to be in one of two places. A45. Right Said Fred. This is going to be a pain with one hand too. Yeah, we definitely have to redo my whole system. If I only have one hand, there we go. One arm or either. Plus, when you do stuff like that, it kind of makes you have more respect for people who come out of the womb differently or have an accident differently. And this is the wrong one. 845. You have a better appreciation for people who don't let something get them down or stop them from doing things, right? That's what another good feeling that comes out of just doing something like this. There it is. You appreciate more in life. Right Said Fred. I am too sexy to make this video. Too sexy. And that's over $5.60. $5.60. Anything else, Sal? Yes. Tub 56. Well, there's 4 sales in 10 minutes, so that's good. That's good. Tub 56. Actually, I think this was an offer paid, because I think I took an offer on this yesterday. Tub 56. And it's a shirt, sweatshirt, crop sweatshirt, for the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. So a crop sweatshirt, if you will. And that sold for, she took an offer for $15 on that. So now that is all. So boom. Get in my pocket. Get in me pocket. All right, and he carries it all. Look how close you get to me. That should make you feel special in this video. We are so close. Don't mind me. All right. That is all, I believe, except the one I didn't pull that he can pull. But then he probably won't pull it, but he'll save it for me. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Da-da-da-da. All right. La, 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 la. So we are at $400 now, at least. Woo! At 343. Let's see, I was up at prior, like the end of the day yesterday, I was up almost 7% from last month. So now, more than halfway through the day, I'm at 1.3. So, slipping away again. So, all right. Well, that's it on this weird video. I'm sorry if you saw my nose a little too close there, but something different every now and then to do. And I had to pull anyways to go for my bike ride. So I've been slacking with doing a pulling video and uploading 3 videos a day. So figured, why not do another pulling video? So, all right. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.